I became a Christian at a young age, about 12 years old, my family, but I felt like I really gave my life to Christ when I was about 22 or so up in, when I lived in Seattle, Washington. I got involved in ministry, got involved in the church, and just really kind of at the top of my walk with the Lord there, and I just felt awesome. With my family at the time, I was married, I had 3 kids, and we decided to come and move to Arizona in 2001. And it was like, finally we got there. We had a house built, we got dogs. It was just kind of the dream. It was fulfilling the dream. And then several years after that, we kind of started to kind of drift apart in the marriage. And I started getting into drinking, and that was becoming a problem, where it was becoming every night, and to a point where she said, either you got to stop drinking or you got to move out. And so I'll never forget the date. It was 8/8/2008. I moved out and I signed the lease to a new apartment, thinking, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get right with my marriage and with God, and reclaim back what all I've tried to build up. Well, the opposite happened. A month later, I lost my job. And then a couple weeks after that, I started to get real depressed. I started drinking heavily. I got a DUI. So, the whole thing about getting arrested, and I got jail time. I didn't learn. 3 weeks after that, I got another DUI. I was done with life. I was like, I'm done. I had lost my marriage. I'm losing my marriage. We're getting a divorce. The house we had to let go for a foreclosure. I had to get rid of my dogs. I'm losing everything. This is all within a couple of months. So I'm done. I was so angry. And I shouldn't have been. I'm like, why are you putting me through this? Why are you allowing all this to happen? I've lost everything. I have nothing. I'm on unemployment. I'm getting evicted. I just was done. So for the next 2 years, I went crazy, and I got into stuff that I never thought I'd get into. I started doing cocaine, pain pills. I was cutting myself. I just didn't want to live anymore. What kept me going was my kids. If I didn't have my kids, I don't know, I probably would have done something stupid and just not been around. But you know what? I just remember waking up every morning in tears, after finishing off a 5th of vodka and a 12-pack of beer. I just didn't want to do it anymore. So I kept that cycle, for like 2 years, and then finally I remember sitting in my apartment, and I had lost that job, and I was like, okay, I'm done. So I called my brother, and he came out because he's from here, and he rescued me. And I came to California in 2011, just trying to start fresh. I was clean, and I felt like, okay, I got a new start, So he brought me, the thing is, I never thought I was going to get through what I went through back in those 2 years of hell that I went through. I really lost everything. But now, if I look at it now, January will be 2 years that I'll be here, and he's given me back so far my license, a car, and I just got told, I found out last week that I got this awesome job that I was praying for. So he's given me back the things that he allowed to take away from me in those 2 years. And you know what? I would go through it all over again, because I'm closer, and he wants to make me more look like Christ than I do now, than I did back then. I have a stronger relationship with my kids right now, and I'm looking forward. I still struggle. I do still struggle, I'm not gonna lie, but all those other things that I used to do, I don't do anymore. And I have to give all that glory to God. And I know He's got even more of a bigger plan, a bigger purpose for me as I move forward. So I know it's not over, but I just didn't think I was gonna get through that. I really want, the biggest thing I want to see everybody get from this, or from what we're doing in this ministry, is that whatever you're going through, at your time, whatever you're going through right now at this moment, however horrible it is, he trusts you He has confidence in you that you will get through it. Otherwise, he would have put you there in the first place. And just grit your teeth and go through it day after day. And the best thing I can just say is worship Him while you're going through it. And then you can look back, because I can look back now and see exactly why He allowed me to go through that. At the time, I didn't, but now I can see that.